is God.
Are you a spiritual person?
I am. I'm a very spiritual person.
How do you link spirituality and purpose?
I think in order to really find out your purpose and identify what that is, you have to understand that you are a spiritual being having human experiences. I talk about this in my book, the pre-human condition. I don't believe that life just happened once we were born into this physical world. I believe that our spirit had an origin before we were birthed into the world. And our spirit has that purpose wrapped in it. So it's almost impossible to identify with your true purpose if you don't understand that you are a spirit first. And this body, this skin, is the vehicle through which you are able to then fulfill your purpose.
And can you elaborate on that a little bit? Because I think when you say pre-human condition, I think people are going to be like, what do you mean pre-human? You know?
Yeah.
There are people who don't feel like they existed before they were actually birthed here.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate a little bit more what you define as a pre-human?
Yeah, and this is a huge part of the book.
Mm-hmm. And what's the name of your book?
The book is entitled Wrapped in Skin.
Okay.
And just the title itself kind of gives you an idea of what it's about. But, I think a lot of religions, a lot of people speculate on our post-human condition, what it's going to be like when we die. And people seem more willing to try to wrap their mind around post-human condition, and they never once stop to think about a pre-human condition. I don't know how old our spirits are. You don't know how old your spirit is. No doctor can tell you at what point your spirit was placed inside your human vehicle. But I believe that at some point during the birthing process, the conception phase, that the spirit was placed inside the vessel. I talk about what I call the Voltron epiphany. People a little older than me, a little younger than me won't remember the cartoon Voltron, but it was about this group of like space cadets that were trained to protect the world from this evil invader, but they couldn't do it themselves. They had to be placed inside these huge robots and take over the controls of the robots to fight off the evil invader. And I feel like our spirit is akin to the space cadet. It was placed inside of this human vehicle in order to carry out its purpose. Have you ever watched, we talk about like babies and their purity and the innocence that a child has. And if you watch a child sleep, they giggle, they laugh in their sleep. And if you listen to most dream psychologists, they'll tell you that dreams are manifestations of suppressed desires or experiences that we've had in life. Well, what could a baby have experienced that caused them to laugh, to have joy in their dream state? So my belief is that they're dreaming of a place that they have just recently left in the presence of God, a place that we've suppressed because of ego, because of the world, because of worldly ambitions. So that's what I mean when I say pre-human condition. I believe that God, wrapped up a bunch of gifts and talents in each and every one of us, and then birthed us into this world through our parents. I don't think that life started on your birthday. I don't believe that. I believe there was something before, and there's life. Thomas Carlyle says that life is a gleam between two eternities. It's just a gleam of light between two eternities. So there's pre-human, there's your life, and then there's post-human. Whatever that is, and it's different to most people because it's speculation at this point.
Hold on, I just want to make sure we're still recording. We are. Okay. So you talked about the fact that you address your definition of a pre-human condition in your book. But overall, what is Wrapped in Skin about?
Wrapped in Skin, I think we've read books about purpose, and about, right now is the book A Purpose-Driven Life. A man I respect greatly just wrote a book recently called Purpose Awakening. It's Ray Roberts. He's a pastor out in LA. But I don't know if anyone has ever explored it from what we just talked about, from the pre-human standpoint. And that's what this book is about. It's about separating your spirit from your mind and from your body, and understanding the hierarchy within that. That your body is tertiary in the equation. Your mind is secondary, and first is your spiritual being. You are the pilot, the captain of your mind and your body. And without that understanding, it's going to be hard to maneuver this world. If we put one before the other, it's like putting the cart before the horse. So Wrapped in Skin is just trying to get people to understand that they are spiritual beings, and with that understanding comes the discovery of your purpose. Again, from the pre-human condition. I think we stumble through life because we don't understand that we're relevant. The only reason that you breathe and that you live is because there is something that you're supposed to do. And I think the world is the way it is because we haven't embraced it. Some of us, some people, embrace their reason for existence, or at least begin the process of trying to find it. Others just resign themselves to the fact that their life is for them. There's something in each one of us that is supposed to lend itself to the enrichment of humanity. There's something that you have that you're supposed to enrich human life with. And you alone. And if you choose to ignore it, if you miss the mark, someone will not benefit from it that was supposed to benefit from it. So that's what Wrapped in Skin is about. It's a book about purpose. If I had to, put one word